Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, whenever, wherever you are watching this. My name is Marcus Octavius, and welcome to thank God, the last playlist for the Black as Hell Labor Day weekend. I am tired, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know about you. It has been a bit of a process putting a lot of this music together. A lot of it is stuff that I have had on hand for quite some time, and it never fit uh, the exact goal or the mission statement I had for the playlist to begin with. So I left it to you. So once again, I say thank you. You have spoken, you have had agency in this channel to a certain degree, which is what I wanted from the start. But also to expose a lot of you guys to music that you may not have even heard of, to have a forum to which these artists could be seen and recognized. And a lot of them are very older artists, artists that are not part of the mainstream or the fabric of today's quote unquote pop culture. A lot of them are not even on the Billboard Hot 100. A lot of them never even had a mainstream hit. So, it just goes to show you that record execs and people of that nature, they don't know what they're talking about half the time. And, well, there you go. Like I said, I am tired. It has been a very long weekend. Putting these playlists together amongst many other things. Friday night, I had the opportunity to see a friend of mine perform music and meet another band at the Radio Room here in Greenville, South Carolina. Uh, I have video of that will get posted up either Tuesday or Wednesday if you follow me on Instagram or on Facebook. Keep an eye out for that. The links are right down here. Excuse me. I was also supporting a friend of mine, a DJ out of Asheville, in her monthly golf night, and I highly recommend you go up there. It's a nice venue. They are uh, strongly encouraging masks and also proof of vaccination or a negative COVID test. It's a nice small venue. It's laid back. It's good music. The link to that will also be posted down here. This is going to be a link heavy one, ladies and gentlemen. Also, a very vocally heavy one. I got a lot of things to knock out and all the time in the world to do it. So let me get to dropping a few bombs, a few shout outs as they used to call them. I want to give some Twitch streamers a little noise and a little pumping out. If you dig what I do, these are people who are of a similar note, if you will. The first one goes by the name Nurse Goth, and she is an Afro Goth, much like myself, but she's West Coast based. I believe she's based out of Los Angeles, and she plays a lot of gothic, dark wave type music. She mostly streams Sundays from 8 to 11, that's Eastern Time, and I believe she streams once a week, so that is about it. I gave her my word that I would give her a shout out. Lovely person, plays a lot of great music. She refers to her stream as the infirmary, and yes, she is an actual nurse, a pediatric nurse of all things. So Nurse Goth on Twitch, Sundays 8 to 11 Eastern Daylight Time. Please, if you enjoy what I play, give her a shout out. Go on Twitch. You do not have to be a member of Twitch to watch a stream or listen to it. Um, if you decide to do anything, they have a follow option where that doesn't cost any money, so you can follow Twitch streamers and not have to pay out a dime if you don't see fit. However, it is an important note to make that if you do decide to financially support a lot of these Twitch streamers through subscription, some of that money does go to them. So they do get some sort of monetary compensation for that. So please keep that in mind as I go on. Also, another good friend of mine, Radio Gonzo 42, is also on Twitch. They stream, and this is a very odd time for them. I'm going to ask them what was up with this. They stream Mondays from 5 to 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And knowing this person, this is mostly if you're fans of hard rock or heavy metal or these subgenres they're in, this is the person to go to. I know them. When I usually bump into a hard rock or heavy metal type song or band that I'm sort of sitting on the fence on, I go to them and ask for their opinion on this. Radio Gonzo Dana Ward is the name. Mondays 5 to 7 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. And yes, there are episodes up, and you can rewatch them at a more civilized hour during the day if you see fit. And a person who I discovered last year, and I believe I gave them a shout out a long time ago, and I'm doing it again because every time I sit through this person's stream, it's just like it's a firm reminder that as much as a lot of you think that I am good at what I do, this person reminds me I've got a long way to go, and that's DJ Kangle. Uh, he is East Coast based, DC resident, three streams throughout the week. Does an 80s, 90s dark alternative stream on Tuesdays from 9 to midnight Eastern Daylight. Does a freeform Thursday, and it'll literally play just about anything, and it makes it work. I swear to God, ladies and gentlemen, the man makes it work. That's Thursdays from 9 to midnight Eastern Daylight. And then Friday night, it does a Goth Industrial Happy Hour from 7 to 11 Eastern Daylight PM. All of these are PM, by the way. He's a person that I follow. He's a person that I respect. He stands for a lot of things socially and politically. Um, just an individual who I look at as a constant inspiration and influence, and just a person who I wanted to give an extra amount of shout out. Lord knows, he doesn't need it. He's got plenty of followers, plenty of subscribers, a DJ's DJ, if you will. And for those of you who live in the Northeast, I understand he's doing a lot of live appearances, a lot of live DJ sets, specifically not just in DC, but I think in Philadelphia and also New York. I know New York for sure. He's doing his thing. So just want to give those three people a shout out. Nurse Goth Sundays at 8 to 11 p.m. Eastern. Radio Gonzo 42 Mondays 5 to 11 a.m. Eastern. And DJ Kango Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays starting either at 7 or 9 p.m. Eastern. So please keep your eye out for that. If you like what I do, please support these people on Twitch. Like I said, you don't have to subscribe to in order to follow their streams, but it does help them, and it does support artists and DJs and performers in general. Excuse me. One more piece of business has to be about uh, the stream itself and a lot of things therein. I'm happy to say that new episodes of the playlist will be starting next Saturday, September 18th, and it'll be a regular edition. All the 120 minutes that you can think of, the alternative music of every shape and size. You know what I do by now. So September 18th, keep your eye out for that. Halloween is also now it's approaching its Halloween season, as so many people have said, and I do have a special edition, another one planned for Saturday. I'm sorry, Saturday, October 30th. Uh, if you followed my stream last year, it was a wacky bunch of tribute bands and uh, cosplay rock and roll, and I think I've stumbled upon some similar type bands. I know that the Here Come the Mummies was a bit much for some people. It was the best song I could find. It was the best video quality. I do what I can do, people. Sorry, not sorry. But please keep your eye out for the playlist Halloween special, Saturday, October 30th. I'm also considering doing more special editions. Memory serves that in the past, those are the ones that sort of uh, keyed in on a lot of you people for past sort of fun times. The roller skates. As a matter of fact, a friend of mine said that the electro funk and New Jack Swing playlist was like a barbecue playlist type deal. So I'm going to consider that on top of the Halloween special as well. Um, for those of you who subscribe, I'm definitely going to think about that as a thank you for your continued support of the channel. And I'm also thinking about doing a Twitch channel of my own. I haven't quite decided what to do yet. It's gonna be a little bit of contemplating. I'm still mulling it over in the months to come. I know that this particular time of year can get a little weird for people. Seasons change, weather's getting cooler, and a lot more people are probably going to be drawn into the house, especially with the Delta variant still out there. By the way, please wear your mask. Please be safe. But yes, I'm considering coming to Twitch. So if you have an opinion on it, or if you want to cheer me on, go to one of the links down below here: Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. Email me. Hell, even send up a smoke signal. I don't know. Um, but keep your eye out for that, and of course I'll make an announcement if I decide yes or no. Now let's get to the real reason you joined this, and that's the playlist. I want to say that when I started doing the original name was the Foxhole. When I decided to start doing this, one of the main things was to expose people to music that sort of drives my soul and drives my passion. And one of the things that I noticed is that there was a very severe lack of exposure for alternative artists who are also African American. Yeah, and I mean you get your breakthroughs every once in a while. You get The Weeknd, Lenny Kravitz, Prince, and Bad Brains who are on this particular playlist. But there are also artists out there who I think deserve as much credit. DJ Lag, Saul Williams, Moonchild Sinelli, and Lizzie Bugran, also on the playlist, deserve as much, if not more, recognition for their efforts. And I felt very compelled. As many of you know, last year, one of the reasons the playlist stopped late last year was because my computer quit. And I had a lot of time to mull things over. And one of the things that I decided was that I was going to make a concerted effort to continue to promote these artists, these Afro punk artists, these Afro goth artists, even rappers. I know that it may not be a lot of people's thing, but these are people who deserve a lot of credit. MF Doom, God rest his soul, he passed away earlier this year. Most Def and Busta Rhymes, who are very, excuse me, who are very much seasoned spitters. I believe they call them choppers, even gentlemen who don't, indulge in a lot of what gangster rap seems to be about, which is club life, guns, half naked women. These are people who are trying to, do something a little different. And, black alternative artists deserve as much, if not more, credit and recognition as anybody in the mainstream. So that is the part of the reason I did this particular list. And I'm glad that a lot of you voted for it. Thank you very much. It shows that my efforts were not in vain. And I decided to go back through a lot of my old playlists and pull out what I feel were a sort of greatest hits collection of the old Foxhole playlists and put together 25 songs that I felt really embodied the effort and the accomplishments that I have made. So thank you all very much for this black as hell Labor Day weekend. I really hope all of you enjoyed it. Just keep in mind, September 18th, a new playlist will drop, and I will continue from there. October 30th will be the Halloween special. I'm still, like I said, contemplating going on Twitch Live and seeing what that presents. But thank you all for joining me for this. This was definitely a lot of fun, however tiring it was. And please, please, please enjoy the list.